guys. So let me just throw this on. Give you a little sneak peek of what I'm playing with right now, or what I'm playing around with in possibility. I'm gonna get some flack, I'm sure of it, because of what I'm running, but so I rebuilt my striker into a different, it's still skill tier, but I've rebuilt it a little bit differently. But I've also added things that are different as well. Just waiting for my thing to load up here. So I'm trying this out. It's a bit different than it was before, but it's kind of cool. I like it. This is going to probably be a really good way to run striker, as opposed to your regular way of just using the fucking insane. This way of running striker is so nasty. Like, I'm sorry, but I like running it the DPS way too, but this is just better. I like it so much better. Shit, we got two big guys. Switch over to my other bad boy.
Checking for the key card. Looks like that key card is the one we were looking for.
Let me just get this on here. So I've been working on this. I've been playing around with it different ways. I've played with it as a DPS build like it normally is, and I've played with it this way. And I have to say, this is so much better this way. Obviously, I'm fine-tuning it to see what I want to actually use. I like the way I'm currently running it because even though it's only one piece of Empress, there's no way for me to get... I could, but I like this better because I think I lose 5%. If I go with the just skilled ability on my chest piece, then I lose 5%, and I'd rather have 5% more.
Hostile radio intercepted.
It's the fucking division. Roach wants everyone back at headquarters.
Not to say I couldn't do it, but there we go. So, let me just fix this real quick. I made a striker build in the past, but it's not like it is now, because they fixed it, so it's different. That's why I know I'm going to build another striker. This is the striker I'm building. This was behind the scenes. The one that I just threw out the other day was a different way of running it. I believe I was running the Memento backpack with that one. It's pretty cool too. But this is pretty cool because I'm going to show you something with the backpack. This is a little different than what most people are. So I'm only going to be skill tier 5 for PvE.
In need of backup.
For PvP, I could easily just switch to technician and get the sixth tier. But I still want to keep the backpack because this backpack is really cool. Because every time I get a kill, no matter whether it's a gun kill or a skill kill, I get 12% bonus armor for 10 seconds, and it stacks 10 times. And it's really not hard to kill people with skills if you're skill tier 5 or 6. So, it'll happen quite often. I have ran this in legendary missions, and it works great. I'm running it through here just to show.
The vault's just up ahead.
Oh, I missed him.
Authentication successful. Access granted.
So, you don't see a lot of people running this backpack because I guess they just look at it and they go, whatever.
Hostile radio intercepted.
I'm running this.
Fucking division got
I'm
into
just
the
waiting for
vault.
this bitch to
It's
shut
cool.
up.
We moved the president. He's tucked away nice and cozy upstairs.
Holy shit. They pulled the president out of the wreckage. Agent, you've got a new assignment. Find out where the president is
Okay, I
being
need
held
to
and
check
get him
this
back.
message real quick. Hold
Seek
on a
Isaac
second.
with a bank security system. There should be a data center near the
Where
vault.
was that? Okay, so now the first thing people see when they see this is, okay, you're using one piece of this, but why? Because you're only getting 10% skill health. I'm just basically after the talent of perfectly skilled, which gives me a chance to get my skills back immediately, 30% chance. And it's cool if you're running Striker because you want to use skills that you know are going to proc again. So I would not use... don't use like the flame turret, thinking that, you know, it's going to proc again if you kill something with it. There's certain... I have found from experience that certain skills... for some reason, certain skills don't proc very often with this talent on, and then others proc a lot more. Like the Seeker Mines proc a lot when you use them, and it kills shit. So something to think of there. Let me just throw this into there. I'm just going to throw some tags on this here because I've kind of neglected it for a couple of minutes now. I usually do this right away so that, you know, it can be seen. And there's really only 2 tags. There are 2 things that I get rid of here. I get rid of that, and where is it? That, insert. If they didn't have this tool for creators, I don't know what I would do. It makes things so much quicker. So basically what I do is I make a tag list of all the tags I want to use, save it, then when I come to my video I just go import this list, boom, I can keep doing what I'm doing, and it puts them in for me, and I just save it when it's done. Anyhow, you've probably seen a lot of Striker builds since the Striker was fixed, but I don't think you've really seen this build before. You don't typically see people running a yellow Striker build. And you should. You should see it more because I'm going to try to get... So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to modify this one. I like the way this is, but I want to see if I actually have the... So I'm going to run back to the White House here for a minute and see if I have it. I didn't really focus on... And I get a lot of flack from these other people saying, you know, your shade level, blah, 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 and you still don't have everything done. No, because I was too busy getting gear. I didn't care too much about the crafting side of things and the recalibration side of things, because I go for things that are already god rolled, usually, so I don't have to waste resources to begin with, or try to fucking farm for this shit, because it's annoying. What I'm looking for here, though, is in my library. I believe I have it already. Chess pieces. I believe I have skilled. Yes, I do. Okay, so I need to find a yellow piece, which I believe I have.
Oh, hello.
No, I don't want to wear. I just thought of that. That was perfect glass cannon. I get a lot of people saying that too. I run skill builds with glass cannon. I'm like, yeah, try doing a legendary mission with a fucking glass cannon on, and let me know how that works out. Something foretells me that that's not going to work out too good. So I'm going to change this talent. I can always change back, but for the I need some ceramics first. Oh, it's funny because, anyways, like I said, I'll get these people that will come into my videos when I make them, and they will say something along the lines of, well, if it was me, I'd run it this way. And that's fine and dandy, but that's not what I kind of know that already. Know this, and I'm just going to say this right now. I know how builds are supposed to be built normally, and my goal here is to build builds that are not normal. And then, that's how you make better things. And I'm going to use this as an example of, because I'm a chef. I was because of fucking COVID. But I'm going to use this as an example. When you have a recipe, even if it's somebody else's, you're always making things better and different. And that same strategy applies to this with builds. Do you really want the same build all the time? No, you don't. I don't. I want to find things that are different. So I'm running a striker with yellow. It gives me nice damage, but it also gives me a skill thing, right? I can still do skill damage as well. So I can be nasty either way. What's wrong with that? You're always going to get people that are be like, "Oh, I run it this way. Actually, or they'll say this is a better way of running it, and it's like, actually, I mean, I've run it both ways so far, and I find that striker is actually better to run as a skill build. Just my thoughts. What I might actually do, to be honest, is I might grab this bad boy right here, and I might roll him to yellow, because I have a shotgun in my inventory. I think I have it on me right now, this rock and roll. I want to show you something with this. Once you see this, you'll see what I mean. So when you're wearing the chest piece, which I'm going to put on right now, just for a second, because it's not rolled the way I want it. It's not rolled into yellow. But we'll just put the chest piece on real quick. Okay, so now that I've got the chest piece on, I have that now bumps up my striker stacks to 100. Okay, now the old way of doing striker, that wasn't viable. That wasn't even viable. Unless, of course, you knew something about a certain shotgun, like this guy right here. Now watch my striker stacks very carefully. I'm at 100 stacks. I'm at 100 stacks, now I can switch to my main weapon. And I can do some damage. As a skill build, being able to do almost 4 million with my fucking gun is amazing. And my shotty's doing almost 3 million. I can't complain. Plus my skills. Okay? It didn't activate. Okay, cool. Normally does. Anyways. So, I'll get flack from that. People will say, I'd run it. This is the best way I found to run it, is what they're going to say. And I'm going to look at that build and I'm probably going to go, yeah, it works. But you know what? It still doesn't run as much as this. I've thrown a bonus piece on here. Now, I just told you, I just threw that on there for a second. I don't have any. I need like 6 ceramic pieces. I could probably deconstruct something, but I've been running the Caesar's Guard with this build. And then I've also been running Perfect Bloodsucker as well, which gives me 12% bonus armor for every time I kill something. What does that equate to? A massive amount of bonus armor. And quick. Right? Because if anybody's stupid enough to try to rush me with a shotgun like this, they're just looking for problems. But since I'm not running the chest piece at the moment, I will switch that back over to this, which is my vector that has Optimist on it, which gives me even more damage. Okay. Where can I get ceramics? I believe it's right here, actually. Now, since I'm running the combination I'm running, I thought about this for a minute. When I get that piece ran, when I get this to yellow, there's something I'm gonna run instead. I'm gonna put in there. Actually, no, I can't do it yet. But when I get that chest piece rolled, I'll do it. I could put the waveform in there and cause some really, really good damage for skills. Oh shit, I forgot to fucking push the thing. My bad. I need some ceramics here. I wish they'd give you a legendary for every mission. There should be an option.
The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
The hell is he in slow motion? Okay. And that's kind of why I like running it this way. Because every time they die, I get chunks and chunks and chunks and chunks of bonus armor. Once I started using this, I decided to roll my striker into a skill build one day. Once I started using this, I was like really hooked on it. I really liked it. But I'm always finding new ways to optimize it.
You know that bitch hiding from us was at Roosevelt Island. Let them get through.
Agent requesting backup.
He's too far away. He's hitting me through cover. There we go. Finally did what it's supposed to do. There we go, I can use it again. You tell me this is an OP? I'll call you full of shit. This striker? Yeah. Fuck those DPS strikers you see. They ain't shit on this. They got nothing on this motherfucking shit. You want to go striker? You go yellow striker. Trust me, way powerful. And the reason why it's more powerful is because the capacitor has that little nasty little buff that not only gives you skill damage per, like, when you hit people with your gun, it stacks up to 40 times and it gives you 60% skill damage when it's fully stacked. Plus, it gives you 7.5% weapon damage per skill tier. So I'm only running skill tier 5 right now, but if I was to change over to, as I would say, my PvP version of this, I'd still run it the same way, but I would change that over to technician so that I would get the extra skill tier, which would also in turn give me more weapon damage because I'd have another skill tier. So as it stands right now, I think I have about, let me see, 37.5 right now. 30, and that's when I use this. It's buffing this gun by 37.5% weapon damage on top of it. Plus I have striker. Don't forget the striker stacks, they still count. Now that I have ceramics, I can roll my piece that I want. Because ultimately what I'm doing is I'm changing my chest piece to the striker piece. Like the striker yellow piece. I'm going to make this a very interesting build. But for what I'm about to do, it's going to make it very interesting. I'm going to throw something in here that's... I've done it once, but it was different. So I'm going to throw that striker piece on ahead of time. Where'd I put it? And I'm going to put these bad boys on. Okay. we're going to switch over. No, we're going to stay the way we are because I'm using this for PvE. So I want to be gunner. We're going to roll that chest piece to a skill tier. And now that we have the skill tier, I just want to show you something before you get all excited and ready to comment. Pay attention to this shotgun that I'm going to put on, and I'm actually going to switch from this to this. Now, why? You're probably asking me, why are you using the rock and roll with this? Well, I get a decent amount of RPM, but I'll show you why. So now that I'm running the chest piece, I have 100 stacks now. I can go up to 100 stacks. But a lot of people are going to be like, 100 stacks, oh, that's retarded. They're never going to get to 100 stacks. I beg to differ on that one. 100 stacks right there. Switch over to my primary. Now I can do some serious fucking damage. Not only with my weapon. If I was to throw a fucking skill piece out now. Oh, it stopped attacking the target. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring it over. Actually, yeah. You know what? I'm actually going to do this. So now I'm going to switch this up. I'm going to put this bad boy right here, this explosive one here, instead. And the reason why I'm going to do that, let's throw it right there, is I want to show you how nasty this build is. Now you're probably wondering why I have overcharge. Look at the bonus armor I have right now. This is ridiculous. Now it does go away after 10 seconds, but think about this for a minute. This is ridiculous amounts of bonus armor I'm getting. And no, I'm not using Adrenaline Rush, if that's what you're thinking. So, skill tier 5, I gotta put something there as a mod. This gun is going to be your gateway to getting your 100 stacks within 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds of somebody trying to rush you, A, they're going to be dead. They're probably not going to make it. But if you're playing it on Legendary, if those shotgunners rush you, you will immediately, just don't stand up and try to shoot at them. Just do your blind fire, but make sure you're aiming at them. It's not hard to do. I can do it, no problem. You'll get 100 stacks really quick, and that yellow rusher will be dead so quick too as well. But now you've also got your skill tiers, and you have overcharge. You have overcharge on your striker now. And the reason why I was saying I was switching to this instead of the multis is A, the cooldown is faster on this one. But when this gets overcharged, the explosive secret mine becomes very massive. So the explosion radius of this bad boy, when it's overcharged, is 200%. It gets a 200% radius. So in reality, it gets a 185% radius boost. So you could easily multiply your kills within this big radius of it chasing after something. If you're in conflict, well, I wouldn't want to be that guy, put it that way. Especially if he's hanging around his buddies, because they're going to die too. But that's not the only thing that gets the buff. When I throw my hive out, it also gets a nice little 200% buff. Radius buff. It gets humongous. So there's no escape. Plus I'm running Striker. And I'm running Bloodsucker, so when they die, I'm going to get this shitloads of fucking bonus armor. What can I go beat up? Let's go beat these guys up. Get some more ceramics while we're at it, too. That big guy that rushes me in the second part of this level is going to wish he didn't. He's going to wish he didn't rush me in a second. As a matter of fact, anything that tries to rush me is going to wish they didn't.
The main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
Oh, you little bastard.
Signs critical.
Oh, I'm bleeding. Son of a bitch just got a piece of me. When I jumped away, somehow his knife fucking followed me. Anyways, I still like it no matter what. Regardless of what just happened. That cunt should have got me with his fucking knife. I was already out of his radius, but whatever. Shit happens. You. Piece of shit. Give me my fucking 100 strike.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, you little bastard. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nice bonus armor save. Takes a little getting used to, but like I said, when I jumped, oops, shit, I just overcharged by accident. When I jumped out of his way when he was throwing the knife, I'm 100% sure I was out of his way and it magically fucking still got me anyways, but anyways. You're not gonna have to really worry about that with humans. They're not gonna be able to throw knives at you. That's why I said I just take that as a grain of salt, like, yeah, whatever, buddy, you got lucky. But when I build my builds and I use it on this, I already know that this is going to work in PvP. I already know it is. I've already tried it.
You know that bitch hiding from us was at Roosevelt Island.
Should have stayed on the island with us.
Bring light to the dark.
See how long it takes me to get my stacks up? That way. Okay. Okay, so this striker is fucking nasty. I'm sorry. But it is. I've seen a lot of, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of striker builds out there that are really good, but I'm still coming back to this one. 4-piece, sorry I didn't put anything on there, but I'm just fucking, this is what I do in my test phase. Once I want to make a build video about this, I'm obviously going to switch things around. Not pieces, but just mods, is what I'm saying. Because I just slapped this piece on. Because I wanted to prove a point, because somebody said that the stacks weren't viable. Like having 100 stacks you weren't able to maintain it. I beg to differ on that one now, especially now. And what's going to get you to 100 stacks the quickest is that shotgun. You can use either. You don't have to use the rock and roll. I'm just using the rock and roll as an example because it's based off of the same thing. There's a shotgun called the ACS-12, which is basically, well, it's not basically, it is this gun, which is the rock and roll. But if somebody tries to rush you and they get in quick and they get in close in your face, almost in your face, you will get to 100 stacks in less than 2 seconds when you shoot them. And once you're at 100 stacks, you can easily just run over to your capacitor. That's why I'm running a skill build. Run over your capacitor, which gives you weapon damage as well for each tier you're running. And just annihilate them with that. Then, if things are still kind of getting a little, bad, you also have the BTSU gloves, and you also have Perfect Bloodsucker, which gives you 12% bonus armor for everything you kill. Whether you kill it with a skill or with a gun, it does not matter. Then you have, like I said, the BTSU gloves, which gives you some skill haste on your hive. Not only that, though, but when you detonate your hive, you get overcharge. So you've thrown overcharge into the build on top of that. What it equals is a whole lot of nastiness. So if you thought that, running a red striker was the thing to do, you might want to consider running a yellow version of it and see what I mean. Because that capacitor really loves it when you're running a yellow build anyways, so you can just imagine what it can do with that. I like it. I'm addicted to this build. Not the striker, but, well, the striker, but the way I'm running it as a skill tier instead. Wow, that was... Is this game haunted? What the hell? I never shot that barrel and it blew up. Okay, so, fun time. So we got some people here who are probably going to be having a bad day in a second. Ooh, look at the bonus armor I got. And there's a couple people left there, but for the most part, I'm gonna fuck them up right here. So it doesn't matter.
Online computer detected.
Great. You can use the computer to sync Isaac with their comm system. Hopefully we can get a 20 on our team. If they're in any shape to answer.
Established.
Hello? Can you hear me? This is Manny Ortega
So.
with the Division.
Manny, thank God. It's Maya. I'm all that's left on our team. We couldn't get the node back online. I salvaged some equipment that will get the White House node connected to the national network.
Now you don't, like I said, you don't see a lot of people
You
running the,
gotta get me out of here.
you don't see a lot of people running the perfect bloodsucker. And it's a shame too, because every time you kill something, you get 12% bonus armor, and it stacks 10 times. Like imagine you're in the dark zone. You're doing the control, like you're doing the landmarks. Somebody decides to be a dick. You've just killed a bunch of shit. So you've got massive amounts of bonus armor going on, and they decide to start with you. And you've got 100, and you've got pretty much 100 stacks still going on. They're gonna have a bad day really quick. Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus, I'm lucky. Look at the stacks, though. I'm at 100 stacks, almost. Now I'm at 100 stacks. Like, it's so fucking quick. When something rushes you, it's so quick to get your stacks up to 100. Like, less than 2 seconds, and you're at 100 stacks. Now, if that was the Dark Zone, that guy probably would have been dead before I even got to 100 stacks. Less than 2 seconds, he would have been dead. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. So that's a little sneak peek of what you're going to be seeing within the next, maybe today or tomorrow. I haven't finalized that yet. Because like I said, I screw with things, so that could change. You want to know another thing that I was running as well? I can show you really quick. Is I have the contractor's gloves, and I'm just using them for damage to armor, not so much the LMG damage, and I'm missing out on it, I know, but the damage to armor is so tempting, right? So I've run this, or I've recalibrated this because I had it rolled to an armor core instead. But I've ran this two ways. And I have ran this as a yellow core as well. And it's kind of nasty because you're running this as a yellow core, but you're still getting the damage to armor. You can do that too as well, if you have a pair. I wouldn't take this away though, because you do get 1% armor regen. You do get 1% armor regen on that as well, but you also get bonus armor for every kill. You don't have to kill it with a gun either. You want to throw something, you want to make this really interesting, but then you would lose out. But you could technically, I don't have it on me right now. There is another thing too called Emmeline's Guard. You can put that on. And so for every kill you get, as long as that gun is in your hands, you will get armor regeneration, 12%, for 5 seconds. If you get a headshot, if you do manage to get a headshot, that'll be 24% armor regen for 5 seconds. So you can see how these two might play good hand in hand. You need the shotgun though, because you want to make sure that you have your striker stacks. And since I'm running the chest piece, you definitely want that shotgun, because nothing else is going to get you to 100 stacks quicker. Not even an AR is going to fucking get you to 100 stacks quick. I've tested this thing thoroughly. Like, let me see here. Okay, so strikers at 0 stacks. Watch this. Boom, 100 stacks already. 13 bullets, and I was at 100 stacks. So that means each shell is pumping out like so many stacks at a time. Right? Because I had 30 shots in my gun, and I got to 100 stacks after 13 shots. So. That's about 8 shells, 8.5 shells or so. Or sorry, 8.5 stacks per hit. Roughly. That's crazy is what that is. Obviously, shotguns are not good at range, so that's why it's only doing okay. That's where this comes in. And of course, like I said, it doesn't matter how you kill them. See? I get bonus armor regardless. Look how much fucking bonus armor I got just from doing that. This is ridiculous. And of course, like I said, you need those stacks back up. No problem. Oh, he's not supposed to die that quick. Anyways, it takes about 13 shots. Like 13 shells. 13 shells out of my gun will get me to 100 stacks. Because like I said, I was at 30. My magazine was 30. And 13 shots were fired out of it because I was at 17 when I stopped, and I was at 100 stacks. So that's crazy. Now, I tried other shotguns thinking that maybe, you know, it might stack as quick with those as well. It doesn't. I tried. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Nope. Nothing gets you quicker. Not even the other, the automatic, the fully automatic one does. I'm going to try another gun to see if there's another shotgun. I think there's another automatic one that I can try. I'll put that away for now. I'll do it out of my shotguns. You ever seen The Matrix? My weapon locker is pretty full. I've got lots of guns. Okay, so this is the gun that you want. You probably have better rolls than me, but some of my shotguns don't have very good rolls. I'm going to be starting to go through this gear soon and getting rid of shit. But the ACS-12 is the shotgun you want, or AKA the rock and roll will do as well. But there's another shotgun I have. These shotguns here, the M870s, will not get you to those stacks. I want to try that shotgun next and see if it can do anything like the other one. I doubt it. I seriously doubt that it can. I've tried almost every shotgun there is except for maybe this one, and none of them do what this can do, the other one does. See how slow that is? Like, see how slow it is to get my stacks up? Like, it's taking forever. Yeah. I put this bad boy on. I'm just gonna let these stacks run out for a second. They won't take long. You lose 2 stacks every second. That's what they did. So what they did is they took the, missing shots don't matter anymore. But every second that goes by, you lose 2 stacks. So you have to constantly be using this, which is really easy to maintain. Let me see here. I'm just waiting for the stacks to run out. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, so if you don't have, I'm sure you do, but if you don't have any ACS 12s or rock and rolls running around in your inventory, I would say I would recommend using the rock and roll because it has a bigger clip. It has 30 bullets instead of 20. But watch this. Remember that other shotgun I was using? It took forever, right? That took me like less than 3 seconds to do. Get to 100 stacks. And once it's at 100 stacks, then you want to make sure that the weapon you switch to, which in my case, because I'm running a skill build with this, is the capacitor. Now, as tempting as the Scorpio seems, it's not worth it. I've tried it. It doesn't do what this can do. Watch. Back up to 100 stacks. Maintain it with this. The fact that I'm a skill build and I'm able to pump out like 4 million damage just using my gun is crazy. Watch the bonus armor I acquire. Oh, so I'm gonna teach you something that you probably don't know, to be honest. Because I doubt anybody's ever explained it in any of their videos, because they don't have any of this experience. Oops. Keep in mind. Okay, so I'm gonna use my I'm gonna get a different pistol in a minute, but the point I'm making here is when your weapon runs out of bullets,
In need of backup.
it doesn't seem like it takes very long for you to swap over to your other one. But I'm telling you right now, if you double tap to your pistol, it's so much quicker than going to your primary. And it's also so much quicker than reloading as well. Most people won't do that though, because they're like, oh, it's a pistol, right? I mean, what am I going to do with a pistol? Well, let me show you. It's pretty good fucking damage for a pistol. I don't have the right one on though. I don't know if I have any more on me right now. Let me look. Let me go to my sidearms. Let me just look at that again. Hold on. So I have perfect optimist on this pistol. I don't think that's on right now though. I didn't switch it. No, I didn't. Sorry. What? Oh, fuck. I can't use that one. Let me put that away for a minute. Sorry, guys. I'm not running that specialization. Okay. All right, so we'll put that one away. I'll get a better one then. Well, not a better one, so to speak, but I'll have to get a different one. Oh, you son of a bitch. I gotta put that weapon away first. Wait, what? Put that piece of shit away. Go all the way to the bottom. Oh, I gotta switch the fucking... Jesus. Let's see how nasty that is. Hold on. Ooh. That packs a mean punch for a skill build. Jesus. But not what I want, unfortunately. I'd love to go to my Liberty, but then I like my capacitor, so you can't have both on, unfortunately. Oh fuck! It has to do with the fucking specializations. I keep not looking at that. Very accurate. It's not, holy shit. Very stable gun. Anyways, the point is, get yourself the rock and roll. Don't bother with the ACS-12. It's the same gun. The problem with the ACS-12 is, yes, you can get a different talent on it, but the problem is you're also losing clip size as well, because there's no ability to get your clip size up on this, unless, just a minute, yes there is, but it's not going to matter. It's still not going to give you as many bullets as this does. Just stick with the rock and roll. It's probably your best bet. Just because it's already got enough bullets that you don't need you don't need to have like a fucking 50 shot clip with it. You won't get one anyways. And I've got overcharge at will, and then I've got force bloodsucker, perfect bloodsucker. Sorry. So I can have like lots of bonus armor constantly. Let me just check my email real quick and see if I got any emails from. Hopefully, I didn't miss out on Heartland. I might have, so I better check that real quick. I might have gotten an invite and not even known it. Okay, so obviously if you're going to PvP, you're not going to want to use, I mean you can, I'm not saying you don't want to, but you might want to consider using Technician, because, and I'm going to tell you that right now, why. Gunner's really good, I'm not saying it's bad. It's good for PvE, and in some cases it's good in PvP as well, but for most part I find that it's better for PvE. For PvP, Technician is better because most people, or as I call them, most noobs, are running the oh my god, they're running the firewall shield, so they're getting their bonus damage and shit. So what Technician does is it gives you a 12% bonus against their shields, like, and their skills as well. You do more damage, basically. It gives you 12% more damage to their shields. That's why I say this skill build striker with Technician on it, yeah. And that shotgun that I was telling you about that gives you 100 stacks, whew. Like, it gets you to 100 stacks quick. Somebody would have to actually, you know, the shield build people, they like to rush you. They really do. They like to rush you. And what they don't realize, and this is their weakness, and probably the thing that they don't realize, is when you break their shield, they can't fight back for like 2 seconds almost. And if you're running Striker, you only need 1 second to kill them. So think about this when you're running shields, because even the big shield, when it breaks, it stuns you. It literally stuns you for like almost 2 seconds, and that's more than enough time for a Striker to come in and just take you out. Especially with this shotgun. I'm going to show you this shotgun again if you're just coming in. This shotgun is a must. You want to have this shotgun. If you want to use the chest piece and get the 100 stacks, then you need this shotgun. You're going to see why right now. I'm at 100 stacks. I'm at 100 stacks already. Now I can just maintain it. And I can also do damage with this. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why I said just double tap your pistol, bring it out, and start shooting, because it's so much quicker to go to your pistol than it is to reload or switch to your primary. But this little shotgun is like, that's 100 stacks I'm sitting at, and that like when I first started hitting them, it only took like maybe 2 seconds to get to 100 stacks. So think about that for a minute. You are going to see a build video, trust me. It's going to be based on what I just showed you. So, and also think about running Bloodsucker. Perfect Bloodsucker to be exact. Because it's a Bellstone piece, and Bellstone gives you an automatic 1% regen, armor regen, just for 1 piece. If you run 2 pieces, it gives you armor on kill. So think about that. In PvP, also don't. I mean, you can use Gunner, but I would strongly suggest that you go with Technician if you're going to run a Striker build like this, because Technician is going to give you some bonus damage against those idiots that like to use shields. And I'm sorry, if you like to use shields, you might want to consider not using them anymore, because you can die so quick. And I say that especially against this kind of Striker, because it's something that people don't realize. They don't really pay attention to it, because I've had so many people doubt this that they've tried to actually charge at me, thinking that, you know, he's using a skill build. This is what they see. So when they see my build the way it is right now, all they see is yellow. And they say, they don't really pay attention to the fact that I'm running Striker. It doesn't even, I don't know, for some reason they're overlooking it. And they say, oh, he's running Striker. Big deal, right? But they're not realizing that it's Striker. They're just like, oh, it's yellow. That's what they really see, is, oh, he's using a skill build. Well, that'll be an easy kill. So they rush you. And what happens when they rush you is they fucking die so quick. And they're like, what? And then they realize what you're running. You're running Striker with 100 stacks. And you're also running a skill build on top of that. And you have overcharge. How nasty is that? Now, there's people out there that are going to tell you that overcharge doesn't really do much. It doesn't do anything for 15 seconds. Well, they're full of shit. And I'm going to tell you why, because I run it all the time. You're shit. Let's just show you what happens when you overcharge. So for the Hive, we'll do a good example for the Hive. So with the BTSU gloves, you can overcharge whenever you want. I could be at skill tier 1. I could be at skill tier 0 and still overcharge. But here's the kicker. So it will allow you to overcharge, but if you're using it in a team setting, you have to be skill tier 6 for the overcharge to go to your friends too. Otherwise, the way I'm running it right now, like it would overcharge my guys in PvP because I would switch to technician to get that extra tier. But the point is we're looking at damage. We're looking at damage, and we're also looking at radius. So there's people, like I said, there's people out there that will say overcharge does not matter. And sorry guys, but you're full of shit. And I hate it. It's like when people say, I'm not even going to get it. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say it because I don't want to debate on that. But you probably know what I'm going to say. So I'm skill tier 5. So I overcharge. I go to the overcharge tier, which is basically tier 7.
Requesting backup.
So what changes between what I have now and what happens in 2 tiers from now? So right now I have 5 stinger charges, 100% damage, 25% range, 25% drone speed, 350% health. When I overcharge, I go right to the bottom one. I get 6 stinger charges that are extra, 200%. So my damage gets amplified by 100%. 25% range goes from 25 to 100%, so I get a 75% range boost. Drone speed is at 25%, but when I overcharge, it goes to 80%. And my health goes up to 420% for the skill. And then I get 300% skill haste. So you tell me, is overcharge worth it? Yes, it very much is. Even if I was at skill tier 6, I'm still getting a significant boost in damage, 80% more. So if I was at skill tier 6, an 80% boost in damage, 70% boost in range, 50% boost in drone speed, and still 70% boost in health for that skill. So the next time somebody says, is it worth it? Is overcharge isn't worth it because it's only 15 seconds. That's 15 seconds of nightmare. Now anyways, now we're going to go to my secret mine. I want to show you what the big difference is here. So with the secret mine, I'm running skill tier 5 obviously. But when I overcharge, something amazing is going to happen with this little guy. So at skill tier 5, I have 50% damage and 25% radius. That's the explosion radius, by the way. When I overcharge, I go up 30% for my damage, but my radius gets a fucking shitload of space. It goes from 25% to 200%. So it gets 175% boost in radius, explosion radius. And if you're playing Conflict, guess what that means? They're all going to get hit when it explodes. Not just one guy. They're all going to get hit. So, is overcharge worth it? Fuck yeah. Don't ever let anybody tell you any different. Overcharge makes a big difference in every skill. Now, the thing that most people look at when they look at this is they say, oh, you're using the BTSU gloves. Well, I mean, it's 120 seconds recharge. I don't think it really is, though, because I actually counted it one time to see how long it took, and I think it took about maybe a minute. 120 seconds is 2 minutes. So it was actually a minute faster than what they said. Now, if I was to run the backpack, the custom backpack, that would be a 60-second cooldown for overcharge. But you have to be at skill tier 6, where it won't overcharge. So there's your problem. BTSU gloves will let you overcharge whenever you want. I mean, if you're skill tier 0, you can overcharge. I was thinking out about a serious build coming out soon. It's down the pipeline. I've already got things on it. I've already got it in my notepad. I've already got it saved as to what I want to do. This is going to be the ultimate hybrid build. This is going to be a nasty one too as well. But I've got another one that's going to be even nastier, I think. Because you're going to see something that, well, most people are going to see something that they didn't expect when they try to attack you. So remember what I was telling you about overcharge. And we'll just take this secret mine for example real quick. So the way I was going to run it was I might be skill tier 1 in this build, probably will be. So it's going to be a 10% damage boost and a 5% radius. And since I'm running the BTSU gloves, I'll be able to overcharge that to go from 10% damage to 80% damage to 5% radius to 200% radius and so forth. And yeah. Anyways. Yeah. That is a very, very big boost in damage. And if you're a DPS build running that, this is going to be nasty. Or will you? Or will you be a tank? Anyways, you've seen a lot of striker builds. There might be one other person besides me that has done it this way, though. That I've seen. Not like this. Not exactly like this. They've done other things. But I'm talking about, like, running striker as a yellow as opposed to a red or a blue, which I probably will try next. I am actually currently farming more pieces as this L piece right here. I'm farming those pieces offline because I'm going to change that into something different.
Hey, Agent, nice to see you. This dude comes in here the other day, wearing cargo shorts and socks and sandals and a fucking hockey mask.
Oops.
And I'm like,
So I'm telling you right now, guys, if you want to run striker, it's totally up to you, but you should give this a go. Turn your striker build into yellow and just try it. I'm telling you. Use the capacitor as well, sorry. I'm telling you, you're not gonna hate it. You're gonna love it. Because you have the best of both worlds. You can put out DPS and you can kill them with skills. And quite efficiently, actually. I recommend you make sure that if you're going to run these, I might still farm 3 more pieces and turn them into yellows, but there's going to be certain things that I want on these because I didn't exactly get what I wanted on here 100%. So just keep that in mind too. If you could, by luck, and I mean by luck, it would take a lot of luck for this to happen, but if you could farm 4 of these pieces and get skill damage on it as your as your secondary thing, and then you just roll it to skill tier, you'll have skill tier plus skill damage on all 4 of those pieces. You're fucking set. I didn't. I went with other things, but I believe what I did was I got armor regen and create damage, and then create damage and create a chance. And then I think I went stats effects, just a little bit of stats effects on that one. It was god rolled. This piece that I got right here was god rolled. It had weapon damage full, and then it had stats effects full. So I turned it into a yellow piece, and I've got 10% stats effects. So I've got a little bit of stats effects, not much. Perfect Bloodsucker is great. I like it. It really makes this build nasty. This week. All right. What time is it? It's almost noon hour. Okay, I'm gonna go get some lunch. When I come back, I'm gonna work on this build, first of all. Do be looking out for this build. It's going to be dropping sometime today. It might be later on today, but it's coming. Trust me. Striker, the thing with Striker is there's so many possibilities with Striker. There's so many things you can do. There's so many weapons you can swap out and put in place. And that goes for any build. It's amazing how one piece of gear can change the whole thing. Or it can wreck it. Depends on what you're using. Why are you fucking running around in circles with me? It's like, hey man, I'm level 7, you're level 2. Let's go do some missions, man. Dave's not here, man. And I'm like, oh boy. Christmas noobs. Christmas noobs. Did I get anything for that? No, I didn't. Oh, you probably noticed a lot of people with high levels of their shade level being like 3,000, 6,000, and so on and so forth. Just keep in mind that those guys actually fucking cheated, just so you know. Because this is legit hard work right here, 1142. That's normal, by the way. That's normal. And it's not so say they cheated. They cheated the system to get where they were because they took advantage of a certain thing that was going on that gave them a lot of. If you have a Regulus pistol, you can get your shade level up pretty quick. Put it that way. You just put all. So what you, I don't really want to tell you, but you can figure it out. The Regulus destroys things very fast. So imagine what you could do with it. Yeah. Anyways. Let's just say you can get your shade level up pretty damn fast using the Regulus. And, you know, possibly putting all the, what do you call those things? Oh my god. Let me look. If you put all the directives on, and you run the Regulus, and you attack the convoys, like these guys right here, and you murder them with the Regulus, your shade level is going to go up very fast. I legitimately earned my fucking ranks. So, but before that, there was other things that people were taking advantage of. Ubisoft has fixed the one problem, which was the what do you call it? Oh my god, the little green thing there, the fucking shooting range or whatever it was. You used to be able to glitch the fuck out of that, and people would get their shade level up like really fast. I saw a guy the other day. I'm not even kidding. I saw a guy the other day that had 13,600 and something fucking shade level. His shade level was 13,000. We'll just say, we'll just round it off to be sounded. He was higher than that. It was almost 14. But 13,000 shade level? No fucking way. I don't care how much work you're putting in or how many raids you do. You're not getting your goddamn shade level up that quick. He's probably, well, so what he, like I said, he's probably gotten the Regulus, turned all the directives on, and he's cheesing the fucking convoys. It's amazing how one gun can ruin the game. And I'm not saying the Regulus is garbage, I think it's a little too OP, to be honest. The explosive part of it is just way too OP. Hopefully they fucking bring that down quite a bit. I mean, it is an exotic weapon, but, I mean, it's a little excessive, the damage on it. But yeah, this guy, he's 2,632. which his rank is normal actually. I did take I can't say that mine is like, you know, this is what you should be at this time, because I did take a little while off while I was playing other games. I didn't play this for quite a while. So I can tell you that I probably should be around what he is right now, which is 2632, roughly. And that's normal. But when you see like 6, 7, 8,000 fucking shade levels and on and above, you know damn well that they're using the Regulus and they're cheesing the system and getting their rank up really quick. Because it does. From what I've heard, you can get quite a few shade levels in very little time. And just rinse and repeat and keep doing the same shit.
Autumn, this is not a good sign.
Then you're gonna get your shit up quick. Now, that does take time to do. So, I mean, if you're gonna sit there for a whole day cheesing convoys with your Regulus just to get your fucking shit up quick, I mean, there's gotta be issues there. Maybe it's you know what I think it is how do we say this nicely? It's like one of those things where, look, at my dick's bigger than yours. Right? You want that guy that's at the very top? That's basically what he's saying. Look at me, I'm shade level 13,000. Do you want to know how I got there? No, exactly. I'm 1142. But I also took a couple months off. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some lunch, guys. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell. Hit the bell. No, I don't so matter so much that you hit the like button, that you can if you want. But the bell. That way, when you hit the bell, you don't miss any more things that I do. Like if I make a video, you'll see it. If I put a new one out, you'll see it. You'll get notified. So you won't miss it. Because otherwise, you gotta, hopefully you can find it again, right? So, lunchtime. Have fun, guys.